Hello, my name is Sethia and I am the Academic Director of Blink Foundation. Blink Foundation works in the field of special education, focusing on the children who are having learning difficulty in reading and writing. To understand a little more about learning difficulty, let's try to read this passage. I'm sure you had some difficulty reading the passage, and this is an everyday struggle for a child with dyslexia. And the fact is, every 1 in 5 school-going children suffer with some form of learning difficulty. But in spite of such learning difficulty, they can be whatever they want to and achieve great success in their lives. And we have some real life examples like all these famous celebrities and people we know. Let's dig a little more deeper into understanding learning. And for that, let's have a look at our brains. We have the left brain, which is logical, and the right brain, which is creative. And in our day-to-day life, we use both the sides of our brain in some way or the other. Do you want to find out which is your dominant side of the brain? For that, you can download our app, and we have a wonderful activity in that which will tell you exactly which side of your brain is more dominant than the other. That means whether you're more logical or you're more creative. To download the app, scan the QR code below. And don't worry, we have it in both Android and iOS. Let's talk about another interesting learning styles. Do you know how many learning styles we have? We have 4 learning styles, popularly known as VACT or VAKT: visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and tactile. Visual learners are those learners who see things and learn. Auditory learners, on the other hand, want to listen and hear to the things and then only they can learn. Whereas when we come to kinesthetic and tactile, it is more about movement. Kinesthetic is gross movement. They have to really move if they have to learn, and tactile need very fine motor stimulation for learning. All of us use 1 or 2 learning styles to acquire knowledge from our environment, and most of us are either visual or auditory learners. We have another game in our app which will tell you what kind of learner you are, which is your learning style. Download the app and follow it step by step to understand and know that how do you acquire knowledge from your environment. Children with learning difficulty are not predominantly auditory or visual learners, or they might be, but in our everyday school system today, the way of teaching is either auditory or visual. And if the child's learning style doesn't match with the teaching style, he will end up in a learning difficulty and academic issues. So do you wonder what is your child's learning style? And are you teaching him in the way he can learn? Is your teaching style in sync with the child's learning style? This is a big question. And if we don't focus on this question, we might end up with children who are going to school every day but are not learning anything. This is exactly what is learning difficulty. To help you find whether your child is having a learning difficulty, Blink Foundation has come up with a wonderful platform. Through this app-based platform, by answering certain questions, you can easily find whether your child is at risk of having any form of learning difficulty. So as soon as you download our app, you'll first find out your dominant brain side, followed by finding out your learning style, after which you get to answer certain questions related to your child, which will help us understand whether your child is having a learning difficulty or there is a potential risk. A report will be generated based on the answers you have given, and if we find that your child is at risk, we will schedule another screening assessment with our special educators. Post which you will get a detailed report of your child's strengths and weaknesses. And just for you to know that this entire process is completely free of any cost. The early, the better. So parents, be proactive and join us in celebrating different learners. After all, it is not a disability, it is just learning differently.